things are looking up for us. We've got some weapons. In fact, I don't really remember what we have. Okay, so we've got quite a few weapons. Maybe even too many. This might be a slightly shorter episode. I'm really kind of tired tonight. It could be very short if I screw up and we die. There's always that possibility. Nothing here. The joys of randomly generated dungeons. Where I think it's probably more accurate to say procedurally generated. Scroll of Town Portal, the thing you don't need at all. Have one. Whoa. Stone Curse. We might need that though. That could potentially save a life. Okay, so this is going fairly smoothly, so there's probably a big opening up here. One of those big open rooms with all the pillars and crap. And quite a few enemies. There we go. Oh, even more. I always thought it was interesting how these things differ from each other. You can actually see that they use different weapons and stuff. Some of them have spears, some of them have swords, and it's not really necessarily like based on the type. Book of Holy Bolt. We're actually getting full here. Do I need that buckler? Probably not. I'm just gonna read Firebolt. Honestly, I don't know how much Holy Bolt will help us. But, in fact, actually, it won't help us much at all after we get out of this area. If we had to fight King Leoric, we would have probably have done well to have it. Maybe. So I'll consider them disposable. You know, if I have to dump them, I'll dump them. Of course, more useless gold. Me gold! I don't know, for some reason I have a strange urge to watch that awful movie, Leprechaun. I remember we, back when there were still movie stores, like the rental places, and this was quite a while ago now, this is like 12 years ago, we rented Leprechaun, and we were shocked to see, who was it, Jennifer Aniston was in it. It was really quite funny. Of course, that movie was very amusing to watch. It was really, I mean, it's more or less dark comedy of a very ironic sort, and an actual horror film. And I remember there would be like these dumbass movie critics, like who would be on like the evening news, who would do their little movie reviews, and they'd say, "Oh, this movie's horrible." And, well, yeah, it is horrible. And I think it was actually supposed to be horrible. That's the problem, that you're not getting that facet of the movie. Like, I really wonder how these guys made it through college and, you know, got jobs working for the various news outlets and stuff. But, you know, life's full of mysteries. I mean, of course, they're entitled to their opinions, and if you don't like the movie, you don't like it, but, oh my god, we're getting killed here. But, you know, the lack of awareness on, like, the part of some of those people was incredible. Or even worse, maybe they just didn't feel like explaining it to people. Who knows? Alright. Enough of that. What do I want to use? We have so many options to heal with. We'll use that. Healing scrolls, it takes a little time to pop that off. Not the most convenient way to refill your life if you're in the heat of battle. So you might as well use them in between fights. Yes, die. Die, little devilkin thing. Oh, okay, so we have this. This is interesting. So this little thing here, we're not going to do it, well, we'll do it right now, actually. It doesn't matter. This guy, you talk to him, and he'll give us a quest. Alright, so, sorry if I just talked over that, but I can't really hear the game. I have to turn the volume real low to avoid, like, you know, any kind of weird reverb or feedback. And, I don't have my headphones in at the moment, so... this game, actually, Diablo, it's probably one of the better examples of, like, early video game voice acting. It had some pretty good stuff, and I really liked the voice they had for Snotsville. Another game that I want to play, no, not too distant future, that had like truly excellent voice acting. I mean, it was just top notch. Is Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. The sequel had really solid and good voice acting as well, if I remember correctly. But that game, man, Kain's diatribes and stuff. It had good writing too, and it had like these Shakespearean diatribes and stuff in it, like just going off on crazy monologues. In fact, there's even a reference to Shakespeare in that game, I think, if I remember correctly. Like a very direct reference. But really excellent game. And I think it was based on a book or a series of books. Unfortunately, the writer died before they were finished, which seems to be an unfortunate thing that happens from time to time, especially if books are good. So I'm not going to say anything more about that. I was going to mention a certain popular series and a certain writer, but I think I'm going to leave that alone. I don't want to jinx anything. I do want to read those books someday. Oh, we have an amulet. And no. Oh man, I could kick myself. Oh, I didn't. Oh my god. I can't believe that. I actually used the scroll of identify that we could have used to identify that amulet. And anything that amulet could do for us would have been great. Like, even if it was, like, mediocre, it would have been fine, because it would help us. It would be better than the big fat nothing that we have on our neck right now, that's for sure. Unless it's, like, another one? Unless it's, like, you know, one of the cursed items that you can get in this game. This guy, man. We have some slightly bad luck fighting flesh clans at this point in the game. They usually more or less appear in the catacombs. They do appear earlier on, however. I'll use magic to heal up. And let's do our stats. A little strength, a little of the magic, and of course some dexterity. Hopefully we can read a book. Good. It's like, yo, you're not smart enough to read that book yet. Oh, 2 amulets. Wow. Alright. Hopefully we'll kill this guy a little bit more smoothly. like a smooth criminal. And we'll walk up here. And, oh, no, I want the map. I always want to say, like one of my daughters used to watch Dora the Explorer. I always want to say, it's the map. I fucking hate that show. And I'm like, oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. There we go. Okay, we're cool. We got this. Of course, she blocks slow as shit. She's not as bad as a sorcerer who like almost gets knocked on his ass every time he blocks something, but she's pretty bad. Staff of Holy Bolt. Oh, a falchion. Don't mind if I do. I don't think I have enough strength for it. Let's see. 30 strength. So we're like a couple levels off from that. That's okay. It's kind of weird. Like I used to sword and board with the rogue sometimes as like just to do like a different kind of character, almost like a challenge character. She can like fight actually fairly well with a sword and shield, especially when you get to higher levels and you have the right equipment. That's really the main caveat to that. She's not doing well here though. Kill it. But it's kind of funny that I'm just kind of doing this now just to like get through the game. Save my bow. Alright, we'll heal up. On the off chance that like something happens, a giant cartoon anvil falls on my head or some shit. It'd be my luck. Ah. Now I might cheat a little bit if we find a shrine and I can't remember what it does. I might like just look it up real quick and read it. Oh, those are goat. That's a goat shrine in there. So there's a lot of goat men, for starters, and it has a random effect. Let's see. Should I try to fight them with my sword and shield, or should I just bow them to death? Let's see what the bow's looking like. I think it's pretty good. I don't think we have. Yeah, we don't have to worry. That's got plenty of durability. Alright. I'm going to open the door. Any armor that I find, I'm going to have to probably switch out. I don't want to carry around body armor and helmets. So, yeah, I'm probably going to, like, kind of have to weigh things between, like, durability and, defense. And I want to try to find the best option. Like if someone has something has like, I don't know, like 60 durability and like 8 defense or something, 8 armor class, but something has like 10 armor class and 3 durability, probably take the more durable thing. The dagger, I think something dropped. Yeah, I'll pick this gold up. Hate to do it, but we'll just drop it. Oh, ow! I didn't see you there. Whoa, buddy. A little too eager here to like kick my ass and stuff. Oh, they're doing that circling thing. I hate that. They're kind of a problematic enemy for her. At least when she has... Well, in general, actually, because they have pretty good hit. And they have decent armor class, so it's hard for her to sword fight them. And they move in a way that it's hard for her to hit them with the bow. Saber. Don't need that. Oh, a blade, actually. So that's 3, 8, 16. Yeah, this is going. We can use that, actually. this is going to go, actually. I mean, it doesn't have great durability, but we have these, yeah, we have that thing. I don't know if I mentioned this at all, but the way this game works, okay, there's nothing else in here. The way this game works, it, like, the actual weapon type matters. I don't know what bows are, like, I think they might be kind of, like, neutral in this, it's almost like a rock, paper, well, not really rock, paper, scissors. Actually, yeah, maybe. But, it's kind of neutral on the spectrum, I think, but, like, everything has, like, something it's good against, and generally not as good against. So if you use a sword, it's, generally speaking, pretty good against living things. Anything that's alive. Demons. I don't know if I should be fighting these guys, actually. We might have to bury these guys. Demons, you know, like the little creepy monster things. Yeah, I'm gonna have to retreat and use the bow. I want to try to conserve it, but like maintaining our life is also very important. So stuff like that takes extra damage from the sword. If it's undead, like if you're fighting something undead with the sword, it's actually going to take less damage. But undead take more damage from maces, so that's pretty cool. And then I think axes are pretty much neutral to most things, except they might do more damage to demons, if I remember correctly. And that's basically your weapon classes. They fleshed it out more in Diablo 2, if I recall correctly. I remember once I built a polearm barbarian in that game. People hated polearms, but I actually used them a bit. The problem was they turned into crap later on in the game. Like, I think the first polearm that was available was generally like twice, it had the potential to do twice the damage of any other weapon that you could get at that time in the game, but it could also do like 1 damage. So it was interesting, but you know, a good shot could like one-hit kill things, so I would use that very often. But like I said, they would fall off later in the game. I think they were effective against demons or something as well, so they did have their uses. We'll take the sign out. I don't know what we're gonna do though. I'm gonna have to work the bow. So we're gonna have to run out this door right after we talk to him.
You give? Yes, good. Go now. We turn. We kill all with big magic.
Okay, you're a little crazy. So, theoretically, you could probably just run down to the next level. But, we need the experience and all that good stuff, so I'm not going to do that. We're just going to lure these guys out one by one. You can also give that to, what is the innkeeper? His name's Ogden. Oh, a ring. Oh, I really hope we find a shrine that will identify our stuff. That would just be beautiful. Yeah, you can give it to Ogden the innkeeper, and he'll give you like a kind of mediocre helmet for it. I don't remember the helmet being very good, but it's an option. Oh no. I guess he doesn't like me killing his servants. Oh, a bow. Like, I would really be happy if I could drop, like, some of these weapons and stuff. I'm living on the edge here, guys. I probably should heal. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're doing alright. Scroll of Firewall. Composite bow, that's a good find. Okay, so Huh. I don't know. I'm gonna keep all this stuff for the moment. Composite bow's okay as far as its durability goes. Are we close to a level up? That's a good... No. No, we're actually not. That's not good. There's another bow. Another composite
Now
bow.
where would
I can't carry anymore. Alright, so... we're gonna have to lighten the load up a little bit. Unfortunately. Let's see this thing. So, if I remember correctly, 200 damage versus demons, so that'd be 216. Oh! That's not very good. That's not very good at all. I don't know, I'm rethinking that item. Alright. In fact, I'm gonna drop it. Like, I didn't see that other crap on it. I thought, oh well, you know, a little damage towards demons, okay. I'll pick up my buckler. And we'll drop that gold. So, I'm saving that scroll. We do have things we can jettison, so that's good. I can always make like a loot pile if I need to. I don't want to. Like walking up and down those steps would kind of suck, but we could do it. Oh! Run! So I think I'm gonna just ride this bow out till it dies, because it's pretty good. And we have a couple of composite bows, which is great, so... You know, that's a boon to us. We really lucked out. I'm a little concerned about level 5. We have terrible armor. I know for a fact that there's some really nasty bosses that can spawn in there. We haven't encountered them, but there's these little flying demons called like blinks and stuff, glooms, and there's a blink or gloom boss that can charge you and just wreck your ass and do a lot of damage. And we have, you know, no real good equipment. Let's face it, and low hit points, low armor class, so it'd be very possible that the thing could charge us, one hit kill us, and end the adventure. So, our luck has to hold out a little bit here. We're gonna have to exercise the utmost caution, really. Now, if we're really lucky, we'll find Arcane's Valor and a few scrolls of Identify. That would be great. That's a very good suit of armor. Alright, close to level up yet? Oh, well, actually a little bit. Not looking too bad. I'm not gonna go into this room. I'm just gonna explore it a little bit, poke around, get all the enemies out. I want to go through that door to the south, actually. I feel like I should use a potion, but we do have our range here, and I want to try to kind of milk these level ups a little bit, actually. Oh boy, that was bad. It was all very bad. That's good. Okay, didn't want inventory. Want this. Okay, so boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so we got some damage going. Have some accuracy. We're just gonna like fire at this guy. Oh, this guy's... Oh man, he's a bone gnasher thing. These things are nasty. They can take a lot of hits. They can deal damage. It's a shame, like, I can't isolate them somewhere. I'm just gonna have to play this game. I think they regenerate a little bit too. I don't want her targeting the boss, actually. I might stone curse him. I'm thinking about it. Okay, we got one. That's good. See, he just eats this shit like nothing. Damn. Damn, bro. You have some vitality. I wish I had half the hit points of these bosses. God. Because they try to bite you and shit. Our chances of getting hit are at least 1 in 20. There we go. And a broad axe. If I was playing a warrior in this playthrough, that would be great. That would be interesting to see. The warriors, you know, they... I don't know how you do this with a warrior. It could happen. But they're so reliant on equipment. And potions. Like with a rogue, if you're careful enough, and you're like really good, and you have some luck on your side, you could actually possibly beat this game. Doing what I'm doing. I don't see that happening with a warrior. If anyone ever did it, they're they're like pro tier. That's for sure. I might even write like a little guide for this sort of thing. If I do a few more runs, I think that would be interesting. It would have to be for this game in particular. I'm not sure if anyone would ever read it, but you know, it'd be something. Do we have another boss in there? One nice thing is you can actually fire arrows off without aiming them, and they'll damage things if they come into contact with them. You know, of course, that was one thing the PC version had over this. You could aim your bow wherever you want it in PC version. Oh boy. So if you could see it, you could shoot it from across the room. There we go. Alright. Any more fun little friends in here? Yeah. Of course there are. Come on. Welcome to die. Oh, a cloak.
I can't carry anymore.
We'll drop this for a second. Pick up the cloak. Oh. So this is where you kind of have to weigh things out a little bit and use some judgment. I would actually prefer leather armor. That would be nice, actually. Would be highly preferable. Yeah, and these guys are like too dumb to walk over there and open the door. There's that famous last words for me. I'm really going strong here, though. Of course, this is all good because this is like free experience and loot. Oh, and they're doing that moving around thing. I don't know what that was supposed to be. Moving around. Just trying to imitate someone. I'm very tired, so I'm getting a little goofy here. Maybe a little iced tea will perk me up. Yeah, that's what I'm drinking. Iced tea. Nothing alcoholic or anything like that. I wish. I should probably do that one day. That'd be actually quite funny. get drunk and do some gameplay videos. That would be great. Or terrible. Either or. But probably amusing for everyone either way. and try to play Ninja Gaiden. With my luck, I'd actually beat it. Okay, so disarm the trap. Something up there? Oh, you guys. Use guys. Like we're having pretty bad luck overall. I have to admit. Scroll Fireball won't help me. Firewall's good. Inferno's not going to help me. I don't have to face facts with that. If I'm like using Inferno on things, it's not actually a bad spell. I used to think it was like years ago, but it's actually not all that bad. But if I'm using it on shit, like as a scroll, yeah, it's probably game over at that point. Like I got nothing. In a town portal. Could I trade all of these in for one identify, please? No. If I ever do a run like this again, I might actually allow myself visits to Kane. I don't know though, because I am trying to mimic the conditions of a roguelike, something like NetHack or Atom or Rogue, where you basically are in a dungeon. You can go up and down the dungeon, but there's no like real town or anything. Sometimes there's like, in some of those games there are, but usually there's no not what you would traditionally think of as like a town setting. You can save and all, but if you die, you're dead. There's limited resources. It's almost like a survival horror RPG.
Now where would I put this?
So I'm trying to mimic those conditions, but with that said, like most roguelikes, their rules aren't as draconian as what I'm doing. Like, oh yeah, you might only have a limited number of identifies. In fact, roguelikes inspired this game. Yeah, really. But you might only have a number of identifies or whatever, but it's not as bad. Like it's you're more likely to find them. You can actually, I think, learn how to identify things in a lot of them. Sometimes in those games, if you just use the item enough, you eventually figure out what it is. And the effects are active even if you don't know. Of course, the makers of Diablo figure, well, you're going to go talk to Deckard Cain every time you go up to town, so we don't need to teach you identify. Although I remember talking to one of my friends who I used to play this with in high school. He said, yeah, I really, we were talking about the best spells, and I was like, I wish I could have a Book of Apocalypse. And he was like, because that's probably the best spell in the game, but it doesn't drop. Like, you just can't get it. And he was like, oh, well, I just wish I could have a Book of Identify, which is quite funny, because then you'd have free identifies. Oh, shit. And, you could actually, like, pick and choose what you, like, take with you. Like, you're not going to take something that's worthless. You know what? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going absolutely the wrong way for this, but we'll just kite them around. I should have done this a little differently. We got lucky with this, though. Because sometimes these guys will spawn, like, right in front of the entrance. Like, and you'll take a few steps, and they'll come and kill you. And it'll be like both of the bosses of this type of monster. I forget what they're called technically. The Shadow Beasts. We'll call them that. Yeah, he's just gonna keep taking these arrows. Oh, did he drop another axe? Yes, he did. A large axe. That's great. I actually built a rogue that used an axe and cleared the game with her. Maybe I'll do that someday. I also had a sorcerer that used an axe. That was pretty hilarious. Like, even with like haste on, he could barely swing it. Alright. Die, please. No? Yes, maybe. Oh. Scroll of Town Portal. Fuck you. Can I re-kill you just because of that? Just because you did that to me. Yeah, we're having such bad luck with this crap. Like you'll even find like books and stuff usually, like skeleton tomes I think they're called, and they're guarded by, well, skeletons, and they'll there you go. They'll usually have like identify or something like that. That's what you get from them. But we're not getting any scrolls of identify because we need them desperately. I'm not even sure why. I guess one of the amulets, really. If I got a scroll of identify, that's what I'd identify. I'm gonna identify this shit. I think there was a bard character like in Hellfire, which was the expansion of this. I might be wrong, but I think that bard's ability was to identify shit. That would have been nice. That would have been the best, hands down the best ability in this game. It would have made Trap Disarm look like absolute shit. Because it kind of is. The Sorcerer, I think, has staff recharge, which, as the name implies, allows him to recharge staves. Which it would be great, actually. It would be amazing. Except you lose some staff charges every time you do it. So if your staff starts out with like 30 charges, expect to have like 10 left if you do it a few times. And that looks like that is the level. So this leaves us in an interesting situation. We have a lot of hope. We have a few of these rings and stuff that could really be helpful. Our body armor is almost wrecked. I don't know, I might have to trade that in. We have a couple bows. We're actually quite good on potions and stuff. So we're looking nice. You know, maybe we can pull this out of the bag, so to speak. So I will be back with more. I'm going to save my game. Whoop. In fact, I'm going to save it in the second slot. Just because, there we go. Just because I don't want to run the risk of like maybe this wasn't recorded or something like that, and I have to redo the video, and then oh yeah, sorry guys, I lost the footage, and yeah, I'm in level 5 now. That would suck. So thank you so much, guys. I will be back with more Diablo, and until next time, good luck and happy gaming.